Okay, buenos dias, it's day 10 and it's 8:45 a.m. I had a hard time getting out of my bag this morning. I slept really well. I've been sleeping pretty well almost every night, but the past few nights we've had thunderstorms roll through, rattling the tent a little bit, waking me up in the middle of the night. So last night was a nice, peaceful evening, and I think the sound of the creek nearby helps too. I slept really well. But because of it, I'm on the trail a little later than I normally would like to be. But anyway, got about 10 miles left of segment 9. Segment 10 is 13 miles, so actually I'm about 23 miles from where our hike ended last year. So there's a chance, actually a little bit better than I thought yesterday, that I get there today. But that's still probably unlikely. I'm going to be going into Twin Lakes tomorrow, and I want that food truck. And that food truck doesn't even open until 11. So it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to push like a really big day today, 23 plus mile day. Because then I'm just going to be sitting waiting in Twin Lakes for the food truck to open. I'd get there too early. But I could also do my resupply first and wait, whatever, so I don't know. I got way too much food in my pack. I don't know. Like I bought some new things that Twofer kind of suggested that maybe I try. He had a pepperoni stick Slim Jim that tasted amazing to me. And so I loaded up my food bag with a bunch of like meat stick type, jerky type things, and Fritos. That was another thing he suggested, getting a bag of Fritos. They're really high calories per ounce, and I really like snacking on those Fritos during my breaks. But because of that, now I've got like a ton of gummy bears and a ton of bars and things like that I used to be eating that I also had that I just haven't eaten. And so I haven't eaten a tortilla in several days, although my pack's got like 9 of them in there or something. So I'm gonna need to figure all that stuff out when I get to Twin Lakes. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of the thing. I'm trying to strategize a little bit what I do around showing up to Twin Lakes, being able to get everything done and get back on the trail. I'm not staying in Twin Lakes, I'm just going to resupply there. I needed that food truck. I'm not planning on staying and doing like the full town thing, like laundry and shower and all that stuff, until I get to Salida, which is a little further down the way. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and see how today goes. Nice little open area here. Holy Cross Wilderness. They got a new sign.
What's that?
Brand new sign for the Holy Cross Wilderness. I was here last year and this sign was, you couldn't even read it. I was under the impression that there would be no more snow. Of course, you can easily go around that. But less than 1 mile into the Holy Cross Wilderness and we've got snow. Anyway. the segment is deemed passable. So impassable is pretty much means I think you don't have to take a step in snow if you don't want to. Anyway, whew, up. I saw you in the Holy Cross Wilderness. I'm not done climbing, and you may be able to tell I'm tired. We're getting close to 12,000 feet again, and we're not going to get over it on this climb, but we're getting close. There has been snow to climb through. I think if this is passable, then you can call segment 8 passable too. Segment 8 is not bad. Anyway, I still got some more up. Alright, I'm about 4.5 miles into the day. Taking a little break at this lake that's just a little bit, maybe 0.1 or so off the trail. Guthook had some good reviews of this lake, so I thought I'd come back here and have a little morning break back here. It's gorgeous. I love these little lakes. Beautiful. There's been a lot of snow on the trail on this climb. But I think maybe we're getting close to the top of this climb now. It's beautiful. That ringing is my Garmin telling me I have a message. This hiker up here is Bruce. He's from Austin. He's got a pretty unique trip. So he's through hiking the Colorado Trail, and he's doing a lot of side things. He climbed Mount Guyot back at Georgia Pass. He's going to be climbing a bunch of other, Guyot is not a 14er, but he's going to be climbing a lot of other side things. Sounds like a nice adventure. He's maybe has talked me into doing Elbert in the morning. We'll see. He asked me if I was going to do Massive or Elbert, and I was like, well, I honestly hadn't really even thought about that. I'm actually going to be going past the trail to Mount Massive today. View back this way now too. This is stunning. Yeah, my bad for saying segment 9 was mostly uneventful. This is a pretty killer spot. But anyway, yeah, he asked me if I was going to do either one of them. I was like, well, I'm going past Mount Massive Trail today, the trail that takes you to the summit. So that timing doesn't really work out too well, but the timing might work out pretty nicely, depending on how many miles I end up getting in today to do Elbert in the morning. That also would solve the problem of the Twin Lakes food truck. And that food truck might taste particularly good after coming down from the highest peak in Colorado. So, let's see how far we make it today. But if I can get close to the end of segment 10 today, then maybe we'll have to make Elbert happen in the morning. We'll see. Alright, here's these lakes and back in there. That was our last campsite back in their ways. Our last campsite of the Colorado Trail last year. So the only other memory that's gonna be left is Mount Massive Trailhead when we, so we didn't even know when we were at the trailhead. It was once we got to the Airbnb in Leadville But anyway, so this is about ready to turn into building new memories rather than reminiscing on old ones. I'm gonna end you my other hand. I messed up. So I just passed a group of like a co-ed group of undergraduate students, it looked like, with an adult chaperone. I don't know what they were, but anyway, they let me pass them. And one of the kids asked me how far I was going. And I said Durango. And the adult laughed at me and he said, "Nice school, buddy." Bruce, what's up? You're going the wrong way.
Missed my turnoff.
Oh, where are you headed?
St. Kevin's Lake.
Oh, okay.
I think it must be an unmarked
Oh, okay.
trail. It's probably not.
Okay. All right.
It's up there somewhere.
Okay. All right. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
good one, man.
Have a good one. Yeah. So the adult goes, like, "Nice school, buddy." He was laughing. Like, he totally thought I was joking. Like, I guess they, maybe when they thought where you going, they were expecting me to tell them tonight where I'm going, but I have no clue where I'm going tonight. I don't even know. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I mean, that obviously would not have been the reaction if they would have realized that they were segment hiking, you know, the Colorado Trail and the Continental Divide Trail. This trail, I mean, the way I'm going, I could go to Mexico or I could go to Durango on this trail. Anyway, yeah, that's all. Another pretty view at the top of this little ridge climb. I remember it. Frida saw a big rabbit up here and went nuts for it. Okay, big descent now down into Timberline Trailhead, which is the start of segment 10. Down, down, baby. And we are leaving the Holy Cross Wilderness. I'm not too far from the Timberline Trailhead now, and I'm gonna take a pretty good sized break there. Yeah, like, I don't know, like somehow that section in my head last year, like how I remembered it is not how I'm going to be remembering it this year. There's a lot of climbing there, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and this has been a lot tougher start to the day than I was kind of anticipating having. So yeah, it's about 1 o'clock now. How many miles have I done according to Garmin? Like 9.5. Well, that's pretty good, I guess. It's better than I thought. I still, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do Elbert tomorrow without kind of significantly altering like my hiking flow, because you really need to go up those 14ers early in the morning. And if my hike isn't naturally going to take me to, you know, where these trails are to go up to these 14ers, you know, like ending the night there so that I can get up early the next morning and go, then, I mean, my number one thing I want to do is get this hike done. This is my only opportunity to get this hike done. Elbert ain't going anywhere. So, and we will be back. We love Colorado. We will be back. Probably annually. I don't know, maybe. So, I think massive, I'm going to pass. The massive trail, I'm going to pass. And the Elbert Trail, I'm not probably going to reach tomorrow early enough to make sense to go up it anyway, but I still got time to figure that out. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Just what's going through my mind. Your brain gets a lot of time to think on one of these things. Anyway. Okay, here's the trailhead. I must be moving really slowly. That seemed to take a lot longer than I expected it to. My legs are sore. I am looking forward to this break. And to using the restrooms that are here, which I think they have them. Alright, end of segment 9. We're starting segment 10 after a break. Okay, took a long lunch break at trailhead there and was looking at the maps. So I do think actually I probably could do Mount Massive because I think I'm probably only going to do another 8.8 here today. The Mount Massive Trail is 10 miles up. I think I'm gonna go 8.8. So hello.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Hi there. So, but somehow my body is just not feeling super great. Maybe after lunch, once I get warmed back up, I'll start feeling okay again, but I felt a little rough coming down that trail. So anyway, figure 8.8 miles is about all I really have the time to do. Because I remember this next segment it rolled pretty good. And it was deceptive. The elevation profile, we thought it wasn't going to be too bad and ended up kind of kicking our butts. So, I think with it being 3 p.m., 8.8 is about the most I'll be able to do. I see here. Okay. This way. So, anyway, that's all for now. I'll check back. So, someone was camped at the creek that I was kind of hoping to camp at, and I must thank them because I would have stayed there. I climbed up to the top of the ridge, and there's this view, and there's a cell signal, which is always nice. There's no water, but meh, whatever. Beautiful.